Hello everyone, I'm here in my garage area and I want to give you an update on the succulents and cactus that I have here. So let's start with this first layer of the rock. So I have here my zebra plant, which has so many offsets and need to be repotted, but I'm still waiting for the rainy season to stop. And I have here my lovely rose, which doesn't look good. I want to change the plant or the succulent potted in the head pot here, so I'm still thinking what to plant here. And I have here a variegated succulent that I do not remember the ID. I have a variegated one with yellow variegation. It becomes 2 heads. Oh, I think 3 heads already. It has an offset growing. There's another one at the back too. So it's pretty nice. And I have here a Sansevieria. It's growing lots of offset too. I have here the Dempsey Eye, a big one. I have here my biggest variegated Gymnocalisio. I have here, I forgot the ID of this succulent. So look, if you would see there's crack on its leaf because it's getting too much or drinking too much water from the rain. I have here a cute pot that was a gift from my friend. I think this is Horsea, if I'm not mistaken. And I have here the head of the variegated purple delight. And this is where I cut the head. So it gives me 2 offset right now, but they are too tiny or too small. I hope they can recover, but both of them are variegated. I have here the blue cante. The other half is in the veranda area. So there's a dried leaf. And beside it is I have another pot of my zebra plant. So some of the leaves are drying, but it's so lush. And this is my variegated Awayuki that doesn't look good, although there are some leaf propagation. And this is my cristata. It's quite dehydrated. Maybe it's not that well rooted. I have my brain cactus over there. I have another Dempsey Eye, but it has a different texture compared to this one, this one is shiny. The other one is not. This is my cristata, the bigger one. Before it was just like this size, and now it's big. But there's scales again. I have to brush it off. I think this is Porpusoro. It looks like Dionysius, but it has more pointed leaves, and it's a variegated one. It has been with me for more than a year. And I have here Haworthia. I have a cactus here. It has scales again. I have to brush this off. And I have a big lumping cactus at the back part. I don't know the ID. And I have another cute pot, a gift from my friend. Hi, Mama Donadette TV. Shout out. So look how cute. It looks like the hair of the pot. I think this is monkey's tail. So I have here the variegated, the pink seedlet, a propagation, and I have here Tinkerbell, which is seated on the pot of the pink seedlet. And at the back part, I have here the zebra plant. So this is what can you see on the first layer of the rock, and I am thinking to transfer this rock on the veranda area because succulents and cactus here are not growing well, because I think it's about the circulation of air, or the air circulation is not that well, and they are not really getting enough sunlight on this side. And I think that's also the cause of this cactus having scales, and I have to clean it up before it spreads. So maybe later after I made this video. So on the second layer of rock is I have a big euphorbia there. It's a crested one. But I cutted one of the long stem there and potted in the front yard. Later I will show it. So I'm planning to cut these two long so that it will be crested too. Because if I made this stem long, it will outgrow my pink shade left over there at the back. So I have here the black chalk, a variegated one. I cut the stem to restart it. I have a mini variegated Gymnocalycium there. I have here my Gasteria. And I have at the back two variegated Sansevieria. So Sansevieria are considered also succulent because even if they are not being watered for a very long time, or not I mean for months, they can really survive because they store water on their leaves too. But I think my Sansevieria doesn't look that happy. I don't know. But I think there's an offset coming out or a flower. I don't know. Let's see. So this is my one and only pot now of my variegated burst ball. Before it was really lush and the variegation can be seen. The other pot already got mushy and died. It leaves me already. So I hope this last pot would survive. Although the variegation is gone already because maybe it's not getting enough sunlight. And beside it is I have the Gollum. It's a family of Crassula. And beside it is I have the variegated shade which doesn't have the variegation. So, and it even have fungus. Yeah. Because it's not getting enough sunlight here. It's only get for 1 to 2 hours direct sunlight and it's morning sun. So I'm planning to figure out how I am going to fit them all in my veranda area, but I don't think they will fit. So this is my King Victoria. We have in the veranda area the one newly transferred, the Queen, and this is my King Victoria. So it has an offset. This one is a kind of aloe, I think. If not, it's a Haworthia. So I'm getting confused which one is Haworthia and which one is an aloe. So this is my Tears of Angel. That was the ID given to me by the seller when I bought it. So it has a unique texture of leaves. It's thick, yeah, and it's very nice. The variegation is very nice and it has an offset. I have here a Haworthia. It's so clumping. And I have another pot of a crested Euphorbia. This crested Euphorbia I think is almost 2 years under my care, so I don't water it that much. It's a non-variegated one. And I have here another Haworthia or aloe. I'm really getting confused with aloe and Haworthia. So I'm waiting for the flower to come out so I can figure out, because aloes have the same flower and Haworthia have the same flower. So I can figure what kind of succulent is this. Is this a Haworthia or an aloe? But this one, I'm sure it's an aloe. Yeah. And this is my clump. I think this is a kind of Gymnocalycium. I'm not so sure. But it's a kind of cactus that has short spine. And this is my variegated swirl. The King Victoria have dried leaves, but it's very hard to remove, and I'm so scared of the thorns at the tips of the leaves, so I'll just get it later. So this one is our variegated swirl. The mother plant doesn't have much variegation, but look at the offset it's giving us. It has a very beautiful variegation. I'm so happy, and there are 2 more here. So I'm waiting it to get more big before I transfer it to another pot. And I have here the agave. So I don't like really collecting agave because their thorns are so scary. Yeah, and they really become big. But this one what attracts me is that the variegation it has. Look, it really looks very beautiful and nice. It was just one head before, and now it has an offset. It has been with me for more than a year. And beside it is I have a pot of my Haworthia. So I'm not so sure of the ID, but it's pretty nice. So before it was exposed to the outdoor rack. So later we're going to look at the cactus there. And what was spotted here is my biggest Nerio, which already died or passed away because of so much water it's getting from the rain. So it leaves me already, so I have to change what's spotted here. So I just decided to put this Haworthia, and on the other side or beside it is I have another Haworthia. It's a combination of variegated and non-variegated one. So I'm not sure of the idea of this Haworthia. And beside it is I have my variegated aloe. Before it was really a token size, and now it's getting big. And the Gasteria that I showed you. So this is how the second rock look like, and the succulents on it. Most of what's spotted here are a kind of Haworthia, Gasteria, and aloes, even cactus. So let's go to the next rock beside it. So on this rock, it's a black wooden rock, so I just keep on painting it so it will last long, but the painting already tarnished, so we cannot paint it right now because it's rainy days. So this is my black tie. Yeah, I think so. And this is my leaf propagation. Look, it doesn't have roots yet, but I'm just going to put it there. So, and look how pretty it is. So this one, I'm not sure of the ID because, you know, I'm not really fond of collecting tomentosa, Kalanchoe tomentosa. Why? Because they are, sorry, I almost let my phone drop. So let's go back. So I'm not really fan of collecting tomentosa, Kalanchoe tomentosa. They are really beautiful actually. I really love and admire the beauty of this Kalanchoe tomentosa, especially the lining on their leaves. But the problem is that I'm having a hard time of growing them here in my garden. So there are only I have only few pots of my tomentosa here, and I'm going to show it to you today. So this one is the black tie. This one I'm not so sure, I forgot the ID, but this one is my fuzzy, and this is my, I forgot the ID, my gosh. So it's a variegated one. Sorry for the noise. It's a variegated one. It's a variegated one. It's Taphiloides, I think, yeah. And this is my cinnamon, my other pot of bear's paw, but this one is a non-variegated one. Look, I hope you can survive. And this is my melotti. It's growing tall, so I'm planning to cut it, but still waiting for the right time. This is my variegated melotti. It's actually a propagation, but there are two pots, but I'm not so sure if it will show variegation. I hope so. And this is a non-variegated melotti. So look, it's elongated already because it really lacks sunlight. And you would see there at the back part there, my rack of my cactus is an ROS, rain or shine area. So these are the tomentosa that I have here. I hope it will grow well. look how beautiful the cinnamon, but it's so hard to grow, so I'm not planning to buy anymore. Let's see if I can stick on my words for not buying. So I'm planning to buy succulents next year, because right now it's not the right time to buy and to plant, because it's rainy days. The humidity is very high. We are susceptible of getting rotten, I mean. So that's, and on the lower part, I have here the some propagation of my succulent at the back part. Yeah. And I have here my baby or baby size Astrophytum asterias. They are only token sizes. And I have here the token sizes also of my variegated gymnocalycium. Yeah. So that's the only thing you can find on these 3 wooden block rack, because I cannot put on the 3rd and 4th layer, because my little chubby is trying to play with my pots and succulents if I put something on there. So even on the first rack that I've showed you, the 3rd layer is empty. So let's go to the table. If you would notice, the table is quite empty. Before, it was really full of succulents, because most of them died, and it's so hard. I mean, it's so sad and it's so heartbreaking, but that's how plants, they come and go. So I have here the propagation of my jade plant, variegated pendants, my jade plant that is trying to survive, and there are fungus sometimes. And if you would notice, the pot is so dry, because I don't want to water them, because what happened to this pot is that the stem got rotten. That's why it's too small now. So the variegated pendant is so lush. I have here a elephant bush or jadelet. I have here the Hanel sunset, but it doesn't look good, although there are some rosettes that some leaves are growing. I have another jade plant and elephant bush, 2 pots. I have here Echeveria. I'm not so sure of the ID, but the red stress color is pretty nice. This is the head of the Gynaece that I have potted, but it's growing shoots now, so I'm trying to make it stable. So this is my variegated seed plant and it's almost dying, so I don't know what to do with this anymore. So these are, I don't know if it's an Haworthia. So these are my Tinkerbell, non-variegated one, variegated Tinkerbell, and this is variegated Prolifica. They have no roots. I cutted them because they got mushy. I have here my Ruby Donna, a propagation of my pink jadelet, and this is the Ellen which I cutted. If you could remember, it is potted on this pot together with the Graptopetalum Mendelsae and Myrinae. So this is the one I cut, so there's no root yet. So I'm trying to make it stable and grow roots here. And there's the Choco Hawo, and I think it's a Haworthia and an aloe. So if you would notice, they are very dry, the soil mix on these pots, because they are newly potted just last week. I haven't given them water yet. So on the next table, I have here my Haworthia. I'm not so sure of the ID, so I think it's dying. I don't know. If I water it, it gets mushy, but if I don't water it, it dried up. So I don't know what to do. So this one is a zebra plant, and I think this is an outflow. Yeah, and this is a newly potted Haworthia. This is my variegated Subsicilis. If you would look to it, it really doesn't look good. Yeah, it's somewhat dehydrated. I don't know. I don't understand. So I'm planning to buy more variegated succulent and other succulents starting next year, January. Not now because the rain. There is a news that there will be La Nina, and this is the only thing that was left for my variegated Mendoza and Mirini. If you could remember, last month I think I made a blog updating them. They are so lush, and now this is what is left from that lush pot. It's so sad, it breaks my heart, but what can I do? I will just try again to buy and make it alive. So there's another Haworthia here, and these are the struggling Haworthia. So it is struggling, and I have here my ebony and another kind of Haworthia. So I'm not really familiar with the exact ID of the Haworthia, and I have here my variegated Pretusa. It's drying up. I'll give water later after the video. And my crab corn. So look what happened to my big pot of jade plant. It dried up. So I'm trying to restart it again by getting the cuttings that I can save. Hello, little frog. So this is my propagation path of my jade plant. My jadelet or elephant bush. I'm trying to make it bonsai. And this is the mother plant where I get the variegated Milotti. But look at the mother plant. It doesn't have variegation. But there's one leaf that has variegation. And I have here my variegated Dulcei. It has been with me for more than 2 years and still stable and okay. So I cannot propagate it yet because I want it to be more lush. It looks so pretty nice on the head part of that pot. And this is my variegated barbecue. Excuse me for the noise. So this one is a gift from Ate Jo. Hi Ate Josephine Bauyan. Hello. And this is my Choco Hawo. This is my Lola, so it's not looking good. I don't know what's the problem. So I just changed the soil mix, that's why it's dry. So this is how the second table look like. Let's go to the third table. So I have here my elephant or pink elephant bush or pink jadelet. So it's really hard for me to make it lush. I really don't know what to do with this spot. But all the cuttings or the propagation that you have shown, that I've showed there on that rack, the first rack, the cuttings comes from here, from this spot. And look at our, I forgot the ID, but it's not looking good too. But I have here my Forever Rich, which belongs to the family of the succulent soup. So look, it's having flower. I wanted to propagate this one, but it doesn't have offset yet. So I'm waiting for it to give an offset. And I have here the elephant bush. I have here the eagle's claw. It's getting long. So I am thinking if I would cut it, but I don't like because it looks so nice that way. So I have here my Bichial. This one is, I think it's a Haworthia or aloe. I'm not so sure. So I'm so sorry guys if I cannot identify because this was a gift from my friend. Hi Ate Josephine Bauyon. So I'll just place their channel so you can visit their channel too because they are also a YouTuber or a vlogger. And this is Haworthia. This is my yellow zebra. Doesn't look good. I hope it can survive. And my banana. Pachyphytum banana. And another kind of Haworthia. And look at this. This is a kind of Haworthia. I forgot the ID. This is my gray ghost. So before it was lush. Now it's only one head that was left. And this is another kind of Haworthia. Not so sure of the ID. This is Haworthia, and this is another yellow zebra. It's a gift from my friend. And also this one, a tomentosa. Kalanchoe tomentosa. If you would notice, there's lots of space on the table because most of my succulent die from the garage area. So let's go here. This is a gift from Ate Jotu. Yeah, it's going long, but the problem is it's always bending down. So I have here my propagation of my jadelet or elephant bush. And of course we have here the very beautiful rainbow cactus. And this one is a gift from Ate Jo too. Hello, Ate Jo. And this one is my yellow stinky. Look how lush it is, right? And beside is the stinky, but most of the stem or part of this stinky already melted because of the rain. On this side, I still have some variegated stinky. This one, I don't know the ID, but the two pots, what was potted there, is a kind of stinky, but it all died. I haven't cleaned up yet. There's a cactus also there. I don't know the ID. And I have here my sedum burrito. Yeah, it doesn't look good, but I'm just making it stay there. I have some pots of orchids, but some of the flowers already drying up. And let's go out there in my variegated gymnocalcium rock. So let's start on the third layer lower rock. There are lots of offsets already, and I'm planning to collect them, but not now when it's a little bit sunny, because if I pluck the offsets, it might get damaged, or I'm afraid that it will die. So it has different kind of variegation. They are all okay, I think, except weeds are starting to grow. And I can also see some scales again. I hate those scales. They're always popping up. I'll try to clean it up, but not today. I have an appointment today. So far they are good, but I have two pots that got matchy, I mean. Look at this yellow, it's so pretty. So they have offsets. On the second layer, let's go. So this one has a very big size. So this one has a very big size of offset, and it's a full bar, so I'm afraid to pluck it out because they said that when variegated gymnocalcium is a full bar, it doesn't grow roots. So I'm still waiting it to become more big so it can grow roots, maybe when I pluck it out from the mother plant. So look at the spine of this cactus, right? It's like a hair growing. So amazing, but so scary too. So this one, look at the variegation of this one. It's so pretty, and look how many pops it has. Some are full bar, some doesn't have bar, and look at the thorns. So scary too. I have just noticed that before, my variegated gymnocalcium doesn't have this much thorns, but now it's growing lots of thorns. It's so scary. So it would be really hard for me to clean them up. It's almost full bar. Look at this variegated gymnocalcium. It would be hard for me to remove the scale because it would be very ouchy for me. Anyway, I don't have no choice. So there's also non-variegated here. That's lots of pops. I think it's been a long time that I haven't give you an update on this rock because I'm always focused on the veranda area with the succulents. Because cactus is less maintenance. You do less maintenance when taking good care of them. For succulent kasi you need to attend on them, especially when removing dried leaves, mushy leaves, you know, mealybugs. So they are okay. On the topmost layer, there are some pots that are infested. I'm so sorry. The cat of the neighbor is mad. So, I don't know why. So, there are 2 pots that's infested with scales again. I have to clean them up. What's happening to the cat? So sorry, guys. So, this one, lots of offset. It's a full bar. So, most of the offsets are full bar. But the snail ate my cactus. Oh no, I was not able to catch it. I have seen some small snail here in my rock last week. Yeah, I removed it, but there are already damage that was made. What's happening to you? I hope you can survive. So they look so pretty and colorful. Look at this. I think it's due to be plucked because the mother cactus is suffering already. It's already sided on that side. So it's a sign for me to remove the babies. So on the last layer there are some weed. There are some weed scales. I really like the yellow color. Look, it's so bright. So they are okay. This is the first layer and this is the second layer. And let's go to this one is really exposed to rain or shine. The other one is not that much. So let's take a look at them. So this is a combination of lots of cactus. Yeah, non-variegated Gymnocalycium, variegated Gymnocalycium, LBH. We have also 2178 Gymnocalycium here. We have our Mirio. The other cactus, I do not know the ID. So there's an Astrophytum asterias that would give us a flower. And there are also cactus here that was half by the snail. Look. And another one here that was eaten by snail. But I hope they can survive. There's another Mirio. So that's the first top or the topmost part of the rock. On the second part, I still have cactus. And this is the baby of my Queen Victoria. I potted it there. This is the LBHB 2178 Gymnocalycium. I'm so sorry guys for the noise. Because lots of motorcycle passing in our front house. That's why I seldom do vlogs here in the garage area because of that. Look how big this one. And that's the second layer of the rock. I have here the Boobsy, the long one. So on the third layer of the rock is still variegated Gymnocalycium on the third most part. Look how pretty is this. Also this one. They have a bright color, right? So it's okay to expose your variegated Gymnocalycium in a rain or shine area. Just make sure it is well rooted before you expose them and pot them in a drainable pot. Pot them in a drainable soil and make sure the pot has a hole. So I have your Zebra Outlaw, Domsii, variegated Gymnocalycium. This one I'm not so sure of the ID, but look how pretty it is. Swirl, Gasteria. This is the baby actually of the Gasteria that I showed you in the garage area. So this is Zebra plant, Queen Victoria, pops of the cactus, Howardia cactus. I like this cactus. Simple but pretty. This is the mother pot. This is the mother plant. This one and this one. It's actually the offset of the big one. So there's Howardia, the swirl, and another Howardia. So this is how the third layer look like. Oh no, my vlog is too long na. It's already 30 minutes. So let's go to the other side. So I am here in my front yard. So this is the Graptopetalum mendicae potted in the big basin. And this is my arrangement of cactus arrangement. I have already removed the weeds on this basin and it was really hard to clean up this basin because of the thorns it has. So look how lush is our stinky there. There are flower buds there. And this is our big basin of Purple Delight. If you haven't watched my sharing about the succulents that I can grow here in my garden, easy to take care, please look back on my channel and you can easily find it there. It is the thumbnail, the Purple Delight, the big basin. It's really pretty and colorful, and we are lucky to have this chance to video it because it's not rainy. And this is the second big basin of my cactus arrangement, but we cannot see the Buddha figurine because there's a very pretty flower of the stinky. Look how lush is the stinky. It's very nice to look at. See? And these are all Damsii. Actually, this is the mother cactus, and the other in front, this one, are the offsets of that Damsii. So Damsii is really generous in giving offset. In fact, they are more smaller, and look, even if they're small, they're giving offset. So pretty. And the last one is the pot of our Graptopetalum mendicae. So that's all my sharing for today, guys. I hope you like my sharing for today. It's so sad that most of my succulent here in the garage area leave me alone, but that's life. Plants come and go, so we just have to try to collect variegated succulents again next year. So if you do like my sharing, please hit the like button, and if you do someone else who knows or who loves to take care or to learn more about this kind of plants, please do share my video to them. Please share my video to your family, friends, and relatives. So bye for now. See you on my next video. Bye. God bless us all. Bye bye. Have a nice day, everyone, and happy gardening. Thank you for watching my video and my vlog. God bless us all.